They'll have it to start the fourth and final quarter.
That can be effective in that pick and roll with Trae Young.
Onyeka Okongwu fills in for Capella. This is Bogdanović. The jumper is good. Big decision, poor spacing on this possession. But we're going to have to figure it out here. 9 to shoot. Morris open for 3, lets it fly. Misses on the 3. Loose ball up for grabs. Collins spins away from the defense. Young lethal in moments like this. Off the window. Exhibit A, Your Honor. It is a good start here for the Hawks.
But right there, it had the numbers and smart play by Young to get it back to Bogey for that 2.
Jackson misses, falls on his wallet. Rebound goes to Collins. Clippers now 2 for 11. Bogdanović, a transition 3. It is good.
In a Clipper uniform, there are so many things I could rattle off about Lou Will. I gotta say, my favorite Lou Williams memory was the day he set the all-time record.
There were a ton to pick from, but the best story that I remember is how it all wound up, is that when Lou was traded to the Clippers and they had the introductory press conference.
Close and personal gave me a different appreciation. Not that I didn't respect his game before, but watching it in and game out.
Getting a couple of victories against the Golden State Warriors in the playoffs. Ivica Zubac spins up, plays back over to Amir Coffey for 3. Oh, the Brewmaster delivers.
And I was going to say,
drives on Luwawu Cabarrot to Coffey for 3, and Amir Coffey with 8 first quarter points has hit the ground running in this first quarter. Coffey, the Brewmaster delivers the Batum, and he knocks it down. To playing in this first quarter, Clippers now 9 of 18. They have awoken right around the time we thought they would, between 6 and 8 minutes into the game after playing yesterday.
Able to navigate his way down the lane and get that layup over top of Serge.
Serge for 3, holds the finish, and it falls through, and a 29-23 advantage for the Clippers. Lost to the Blazers. Ibaka goes back to Coffey late in the clock, pressed for time. It does not matter. He has a passion for splashing. Gallo rebounds for the Hawks. Clippers out in front by 10. They were out in front by 10 yesterday against Memphis before things really turned sideways. Amir Coffey, who has a game-high 13 here in the first half, gets a well-deserved breather, playing 13 consecutive minutes. Meanwhile, Ibaka cans his second 3 days after he was drafted, and is just as low-level and low-key as it gets. He was a joy to be around. A super good dude. 37-27. Meanwhile, back the other way, the Hawks nailed a 3. Herter sees Ibaka patrolling the lane, attacks anyway, and lays it in. Some subtle athleticism there from Kevin Herter. Boston uses the screen from Ibaka, pushes his way down the lane aggressively. I liked it. The result was not there. And the Hawks come back the other way. Collins, a leaper, denied by Ibaka. Young, a cat and mouse game with the defense, goes back to Bogdanović. Bogdanović had 9 first quarter points, now give him 12 in the game. You wanted to finish a thought on Trae Young and the development between he and Nate McMillan.
Well, it's his shot selection. And we see Reggie right there with a nice runner. Last year, Nate sat. Look at the teammate's body language and what it does for him. Not just, you don't want to be free, but you want to be selective when you do it, because you have guys like Bogdanović, Collins, Herter that.
Picked up by Cabarrot with 3 to shoot, spins into a double team. Going to have to get a little lucky, and he does. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. Of late, Marcus Morris Sr. has been both. Walled off, puts it up. Herter blocks it, recovers it. Nice defense there by the Hawks. 52-46 Clippers. Young, a clean look at a 3. Loved it all the way.
Blocked the shot, and then he pushed it up, and Trae Young was the trailer on the play for 3. Able to get that because the ball went from side to side. He set the screen, rolled, and they could not put a body on him. He's able to get it in and there.
6 to shoot for Reggie. Crossing Blaze with Herter. Awkward floater. Awkward for who? Reggie Jackson now with 7. Reggie feeds over to Coffey. Close out by Young. 9 to shoot for Jackson. Down the lane, off the window, and down the hatch it goes. 9 for Reggie.
So you don't get a drive-by, and then we turn it back.
Reggie gives it right back to Young with Morris to beat and lays it in. Trae Young now with 13 in 18 minutes. The Hawks just 6-12 in their last 18 games. Now, we mentioned a couple of times double clutcher. What a move, by the way, by Trae Young. He has now 15.
Couldn't do it. But once you had success, do you listen as well?
Coffee to the cup and lays it in. Nice break for the Clippers.
Fast break points given up. But we just don't break enough in order to take advantage of it.
That's just the first fast break bucket for the Clippers. Bogdanovich knocks it down. It's a 1-point game.
Is balancing out that athleticism on Collins by getting the shot off a lot easier that way.
Coffee steps back, fires the three. Oh, the Brim Reaper knocks it in.
That's just called offensive maturity, knowing what's working, not forcing the other situation, utilizing your talent to be effective. And speaking of which, that time Collins.
This time goes around Batum, fakes the pass, delivers the pass to Reggie Jackson. Here comes Amir Coffey with Herter to beat, crosses him over, dishes back to Batum for three. Book it! Coffey down the lane, plays back over to Jackson. 75-67. Jackson forcing the three. Oh, it goes anyway. Reggie with a dozen. Danilo Gallinari is checked in. Bogdanovich gets the rebound. Atlanta is down by 11 again. They only have 2 10-point comebacks here on the year. Collins, what a grab, what a finish. Counted on a foul. Bledsoe wants to drive in on Bogdanovich and does. Puts up a tough shot. Counted on a foul and send that young man to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play. It'll be Hawk basketball to start the fourth quarter. Deflection, interception. Man behind the defense. Gets to the rim and flushes it in. By Honey. Clippers out in front by 13 as we start the final frame against the Atlanta Hawks. Danilo Gallinari knocks down the jump shot. Bledsoe turns the corner after an Ibaka screen and knocks it down. Bledsoe has looked very good in the second half. Luwawu Cabarrot chasing Man. Man gets to the baseline, puts up a clean shot and knocks it down. Terrence Mann with 8 points off the bench. One-toed spin by Gallinari. Kicks it back outside to Herter for the deep three. Okongwu with the rebound to keep it alive. Luwawu Cabarrot, the triple is good.
And drive, and he did that and picked up a foul.
Bledsoe plays a little peekaboo with the defense, gives to Ibaka. Serge has been awesome today. 10 points off the bench for Serge Ibaka. He makes good plays. He's a smart player. He's on a two-way deal this year. He's got a firm place in the NBA, in my opinion.
Well, if young players take a look at, didn't have the kind of pull that we needed to challenge some of those calls.
We were able to get on retainer Jerry Kelman. Today we got Arnie Becker, and he came through for us as Ibaka lays it in. Bledsoe attacks from the low. Oh, ladles it to Ibaka. Double clutcher, reorganizing in mid-flight and lays it in.
Hit you at 8 to 10 points rather quickly. You don't want to give him that option.
Serge continues to deliver. 16. Denver on tap for Tuesday. A floater by Trae Young. He leads the league in that exact shot. Knocks that one down. His 19th point.
His ability to use soft touch to get it in. And speaking of soft touch, that 15-footer right there is wet.
I don't think there's anything wrong with them. You saw that in Toronto, saw that earlier last month in Utah. Man follows his miss. Oh, and it cyclones through for Terrence Mann and the Clippers. The Clippers are right there. Obviously, the goal is to be top 6 and avoid the play-in. That might be unavoidable for the Clippers, given what's coming up, given who's been available and unavailable.